Hello everyone, this is homework 1 for Pythagorean Theorem. This will be a short video. I'm going to go over questions 1, 2, and 6 on the front page of your homework. So let's get to it. So your instructions are to find each missing length. If the side is not perfect, is not a perfect square, express your answer as a square root and a decimal rounded to the tenths place. Look at number 1. We can see that it's a right triangle because of the square that is in the corner right there. This tells us that it's a right triangle, which makes it easy for us. So the missing side length is just adjacent of the right angle. This is side C, and we call this the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, you know, because that's a funky word and I like to spell. We know that. So if that's side C, then the rest of either of them is either A or B. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to say this is B and this is A. According to our class notes, Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So if we know two of the side lengths, or two of the lengths, then we can solve for any of the unknown lengths. So right now we're given A and B, so all we have to do is substitute them in. So I'm going to substitute 4 in for A and substitute 8 in for B. I'm going to erase this hypotenuse because it's in my way. So what you're going to end up having is 4 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. Okay, and then you just square them. So a square, or when something's raised to the second power, it's itself multiplied twice. So it's 4 times 4, which gives you 16, and 8 times 8, which gives you 64. And when you add those together, you get 80 equals C squared. Now, you don't want to know what the hypotenuse is or what C is multiplied by itself. You want the single digit. You want to get back to what like 4 is. So let's try that. We need to take the square root of 80, and whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We have to undo the squared that's there, and we do that by doing the square root. So looking at this, I can already say that this is not a perfect square because no number by itself multiplied will give you 80. So there's two options that you can do for your answer. Well, one of your answer is for you to leave it in the square root like this. So the square root of 80 equals C. You can also, it's also asking you to do the decimal, which would, if you use a calculator or if you do your estimate, you're going to end up with around 8.9 equals C. I would like to challenge you guys to do the factored square root of this. So when we do that, we take the square root of 80 and then we do our factor tree of 80. So two numbers that multiply together to give you 80 would be 8 and 10. And then you keep going until you find your perfect squares. So 8 would be 4 and 2. And then 10 would be 5 and 2. So I'm going to stop right here because I can see that 4 is a perfect square and I have a pair of 2's right here. So that means that I can multiply 2 and 2 to give me 4, which I've already stated is a perfect square. So I'm going to take the square root of 4 and the square root of 4 and the square root of 5. This is going to give me 2 times 2 times the square root of 5, and resulting in 4 to the square root of 5. So this would be the factored answer of C. So what I'm saying is that all of these answers right here are equivalent. They are equal to each other. And I made an accident right here. So because this is an approximate, because it's an irrational number, we cannot use an equal sign when we do decimals. So these right here are all the possible answers and forms, and they are equal to each other. Okay, moving on to 6 really fast. I would like to, again, pause and see if you can do this on your own. This one's a little different, but I want you to give it a shot. So the quiz is about to pop up, and do the work and see if you get the right answer. So you should have given this your best shot using any of the notes and previous examples we've done. So again, we are missing c, so we have 8 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. So that's going to give me 64 plus 9 equals c squared. And all together, that's going to give me 73 equals c squared. Now I'm going to take the square root of 73 and the square root of c squared to undo that squaring. And my square root answer would be the square root of 73 equals c. And my decimal is going to be 8.5, approximately c. So these are my two answers here. Now, what you should have seen when you tried to do the factoring of this is that you can't, because 73 is a prime number, meaning that the only factors it has is 73 and 1. It doesn't break down to any other number. No number besides itself and 1 multiplied to equal 73. Okay, so that is it for this quick homework help video. I hope that it was helpful. Give the rest of them a shot. Come back to this video if you have any questions or if you want to have me re-explain something. Again, you can always email me on Schoology. I'm always available whenever I can. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!